Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the World of Wayne. Today I'm going to show you something really impressive. You are going to love this, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. This is a lightsaber from the folks over at NSabers. Now the folks over at NSabers did send me this box here and I didn't know what to expect when I opened it up. So we're going to do that now and I'm going to show you what's in the box. And it's very hard to actually get this all in camera, but look, inside the box here, we have one of their lightsabers. Now, these lightsabers do come with instructions, as you can see there. We're going to have a look through that in a minute. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take everything out of this and put it on my workstation so we can look at each individual part. You can see why I'm fanboying big time over what they've sent me here. Now, if you didn't know, I am an absolute huge Star Wars fan. You've probably seen that on the channel in the past. Especially when I first started the channel, I had all the Kenner figures in the background here. But getting this lightsaber, obviously with the advent of Ahsoka and stuff now on Disney+, it has whet my appetite for lightsabers. Now, I do own a few lightsabers myself. I don't own one of the NSabers lightsabers. So this is the first time I'm going to be doing that. So first off, let me just show you the instructions. Now, all the instructions come in a manual like this, and it does show you how to use this lightsaber. And this is the range of lightsabers that they actually provide. Now, you'd think by doing a lightsaber review here, I'd show you the lightsaber first. We're not going to be doing that because they do provide some protection white cotton gloves. Look, check this out. So I'm going to be handling this with these gloves on. This does make me feel like I'm a museum curator, but I feel very professional now wearing these. Let's open the lightsaber. And this is what it looks like. Now, as you can see, look at that. It looks pretty amazing, doesn't it? Now, at the emitter end here, don't know if you can see down there, we've got some LEDs. There is a control in there as well, which I'll talk about in a second. The lightsaber is actually operated just by one button. This button here, and the instructions which I've got here, we will go through that in a second, detail exactly how to operate this lightsaber. Now, the whole thing is metal. You do have a detachable section here which is metal. I'm guessing you can change hilts eventually down the line with these. The speaker for the lightsaber's in there. You don't actually need to take that off though. If you do want to charge the lightsaber though, it's actually charged with a USB-C cable. You undo this section here, and when I've got this all the way off, you will see we do have a USB-C port. Now, they do provide a USB-C cable that you can plug this into one of your plug adapters there. Plug this in and that will charge your lightsaber up. So, simple way to do the lightsaber. There's no mucking around with batteries or anything like that. It just recharges through the USB-C cable. Let's put that back on. Now, I'm still in the process of building this lightsaber, so before I actually put on the blade, and this is what the blade looks like. I'm never going to get this on my mat here. Absolutely ginormous. I've taken one glove off to get this off. The lightsaber is protected, so I'm just going to take this cling film off here, and as you can see, that's completely off there. I do also want to remove this rubber stopper just at the end here. Now, this is where the fun bit comes in. I'm going to be connecting this saber to the hilt. So what I want to do is push this down as far as I can get it into the hilt, like that. And then I have got a grub screw and an Allen key. They do provide this with the lightsaber. Put this in here and get that tightened up. Now, as I said to you, everything is controlled with one button here, which is this button just here. So as soon as I press this button, let it go, the lightsaber is going to turn on. Now, I've already pressed the button once, which is why we've got a blue light on there. But if I just press that, it comes on. Now, the light in here is drowning this out. So what I'm going to do is turn off the studio lights. You can get to see this in all its wonder. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, but the good thing is they do provide instructions about how to do this. Now, each flash, when I keep my finger on this, denotes one sort of option that I want to access. So as you saw the effect of the lightsaber there, that lightsaber effect changes on the third pulse. So what will happen is if the lightsaber's on and I keep this pressed for 3 pulses, 1, 2, 3, it's basically changed the effect of the lightsaber. And you can see that now when I turn it on. As you can see there. It's got sort of like a startled effect. It's pretty cool. Let's turn that off. And again, I'm going to wait for the light to flash 3 times. It's going to change that effect again. So, 1, 2, 3.
Basic 7.
We're on basic 7. Turn it on. We've now got this effect. Turn it off. You get the idea. And again. 1, 2, 3.
Basic 8.
We're on basic 8. Oh, I like that. Check that one out. That's pretty cool. I'm hoping this picks up on the phone camera here. Turn that off. We're going to cycle through them all. 1, 2, 3.
Basic 9.
Basic 9. Again, just different effects. Let's try basic 10. 1, 2, 3.
Basic 1.
Oh, we're back to basic 1, so it goes up to 9. So when I turn it on, we've now got a lightsaber looking like that. Let's see which one I prefer, actually. Now, as I said, we've got this lovely Anakin blue lightsaber. As again, it's not really going to show up that well on this camera here. This is why I'm using my phone camera, so you can see the blue here. If I want to change that to, say, Luke Skywalker's Return of the Jedi green, what I'm going to do is press this twice. 1, 2. Keep my finger on it so it's flashing. And it's going to cycle through the colours. When we find the colour we want it to be, we just press this button again. So I want green. Press it again. I've now got a green lightsaber. And as you can see, it's very hard to show you on this, but you can see on my face, it's green. And you can change the different effects just by doing that with the buttons there. Now, the button does have some other options, like the boot up sequence for the lightsaber. Let me show you that now. Once again, I'm going to turn the lightsaber off, because it needs to be off to do this. And I'm going to keep my finger on this until it flashes twice. That's going to change the boot options for this. 1, 2.
Ignition 2.
So we've got ignition 2. And then normally, press the button. As you can see, that's how it starts up. And each option for the boot option will change the effect of how this boots up. Now I need sound, because you can't hear any sound at the moment. Let's add the sound back. So the sound is on now. So when I press this, and I can actually change the sound effect for this. So if I hold this button while it's off for 4 flashes, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's now the boot up sequence. Now, before I show you that boot up effect, this lightsaber also has sense control as well. So rather than press the button to turn it on, I can just twist the shaft. Ready? That's so much fun! And I'm back to Anakin's colour lightsaber here, as you can see here. Again, I'm going to change that boot up sequence so I can show you one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That one says Yoda. So again, I can twist it. Got the green lightsaber now. Look at that. This is brilliant. Obviously, when you move it, I don't know if you can hear that, you get the effects as well. But there's so many controls which are powered just in that one button, and the motion controls as well. So let me turn the lights back on. I do suppose the world's your oyster when it comes to what configuration you want your lightsaber set up to. You can pretty much have any boot up sequence you want, any colour you want, any sound you want. And it's all controlled either through this button or through different motion sensors. And again, all of that is detailed in the instructions here. But it's a really impressive lightsaber. And I think I've just found what's going above my printer over there. Now, as I said, it does come with its own stand, but it's entirely up to you how you mount it. One other thing to mention is when it's off, you will still have a blue light on it. After 5 minutes, that blue light will turn off. Alternatively, if you keep your finger on the button,
Power off.
it actually powers the whole thing off for you. So that's how that gets shut down. But it can be, whoops, it can be a little bit difficult to start off with figuring out what controls what. You do have different controls when the lightsaber's on and different controls when the lightsaber's off. So it can be a bit confusing, but as I said, that's all in the instructions. Now, if you want to get one of these yourself, I have put the link down here to the NSabers website. They've got a whole plethora of lightsabers you can think there. I'm just lucky to have the Ahsoka one here, but impressive. What do you reckon? Anyway, I want to share my passion with you, and that's exactly what I've done today, and I really do hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.